Hi, I'm Grace and Ned from Vanderbilt Libraries, and today we're going to be asking students what their number one study tip is. Can you guys tell me what your number one study tip is?
My number one study tip is to talk it out. Whenever I have like a big exam coming up, I like to explain all the concepts to one of my friends not in the class because it makes studying more social and I feel like I know that I understand the content better.
Mine was something I found on TikTok. If you have a lot of content to get through and you have to study for a long time, I like to follow the 50-10 rule where you study for 50 minutes and then you take 10 minutes off as a break.
I think my number one study tip is to take breaks, but to be very strategic in them. Don't take a lot of breaks, but take breaks when it's necessary.
My top study tip would probably be to just do a ton of practice problems and test review, just because it gives you the best idea of what to expect for your actual exams.
My favorite study tip is active recall. It really helps me with memorizing and teaching it to myself, so I'm really able to retain the information at once.
I color code my notes for all of my subjects so that when I'm taking an exam or doing a quiz or something, I can remember the exact color of the exact subject. So
definitely I would recommend the Pomodoro method where you go for 20-25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. Even studying with friends, it's been really productive, especially this week because I've had a lot of exams.
Make a Quizizz, not a Quizlet. And as you're studying and especially if you're reading textbooks, instead of just writing normal notes like summaries, I make practice questions for exams as I go, and I put them on Quizizz, and then I just get to play the quizzes over and over, and there's memes in it whenever you get things right and wrong, so then it's funny, and you can play against your friends, and then everyone in the class will love you because you gave them study materials.
I recommend writing things by hand. I think it's really helpful to memorizing it.
My favorite thing to do before I start a study session is to do a big brain dump and write out everything I know about a topic and then develop my study plan from there.
My number one study tip is try to explain the concepts you're learning in class to someone else. I feel like when you can explain it, that's when you fully grasp the material.
So my number one study tip is that you should study in advance. And I know a lot of people think we work better under pressure, but it's really good for you if you space things out and plan out how long you're going to study each day.
I would say practice problems. I feel especially for my STEM class are so important. I feel when you're able to apply the concepts that you learn, that's when it really helps things click.